Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival. I know it's not 100% code, but it's my mini barn. It's been in a junction box where the wire comes in for all these years, mounted right down here, and then it went up to a double box where I had the receptacle and a light switch receptacle combo, which was this one. So I could just come in and I reached in and turned the lights on, Never did put a panel box in here. It is on a panel box in the old building up there, and then it's also runs from that panel box to the main on the house, the panel box up there. So there's two breakers already on it, but since I'm adding on to the sides as far as building the lean-tos, and I want to close them in and put lights and receptacles outside, at least a couple, I wanted to go ahead and get my panel box. I've had this thing for several years and just never put it in. So I went ahead today and I unwired everything that was here, separated out the wiring, and got it wired correctly. It's, it's only 120. I did not run 240 down here. I have nothing in this building that uses 240. But, you jump the leg from one side to the other, so you've got 120 on each side. And you see, I'd already knocked out all four of the breaker holes, and I've got a GFI breaker that goes there. That I'm going to use for the outdoor lights and receptacles. That way, just in case it's on a GFI. And I've actually got it already. I gotta see where I laid the thing. Oh, there it is. So these come with, this is a 20, and this is 12 gauge wiring, so it'll handle the 20 amps. But, turn it around so y'all can see. It comes with its own ground. Safety neutral or whatever, so that's what helps it trip faster. But I'm gonna put that in that spot that I covered with foil tape for the time being for the outdoor. I did not get the outdoor wired, but I did get the old wire I had ran down to where the chicken pens used to be, and there's a weatherproof receptacle out there. But it's been in there for 6-8 years or so, and I can't get it to pull up at either end. I must have buried it a little deeper than I remembered. But anyway, I wanted to show y'all, I took the door off, and I've got the door laying down there. I took the door off because it's an outdoor rated box, weatherproof box, and it's fine to use indoors, but I need to open it to reach in. And what I did is I eliminated the light switch. It's on that first breaker. As y'all see, I wrote lights, which is, terrible handwriting. But it's a 15 feeding all three lights inside. And then if you look on the left side, I've got the left receptacles on a 15. And then on the right side, I've got a 30 because I had a 30. It's a little too big, to be honest. So like I say, it's almost to code. But that's the side that my freezers are plugged in on. The upright freezer back there, and that is also the side that my air compressor here plugs in on, plus my grinder. So, and the air conditioner and the heater in the winter months all plug in on that side. So I do not want to overload that breaker, but I will change that 30 out to a 20 because that's what the wire is rated for. I ran 10 from the other building to here, but this building's wired with 12, which is, you could do 14, but I don't like 14. Because, if you run something heavy, you kind of overdo the wires a little bit, and I don't want to take that chance. But anyway, I wanted to do a quick video and show y'all that although I've already made Monday's video and a video for Tuesday, this one will probably come out Wednesday. So I am working. I am working on getting some projects done. I've got the wire, like I say, that used to run down under the edge of the building here and back to the scuppling vines back yonder, already pulled out to the corner back there. But I can't get it to pull up. I don't know if the building settled on it or what, but I can't get it to pull out. So I may just cut it and abandon that piece. So I went down to where the receptacle is, the weatherproof box where it's the scuppling vines pulled everything over. And I started trying to pull the wire up there, and I got about 10 feet. I can't get it to pull up anymore, so I may have to go cut some vines and stuff and get them out of the way and try again. But I don't want to abandon tend to, with ground, outdoor wire just because it's there, and I want to run a water line over here, as I've said in the other videos. So I don't want to just abandon that wire. So even if I cut it when I'm digging the trench for the water line, at least I'll be able to pull up part of it and use that wire, because I've got enough here. This is still tied in inside on the right or left side receptacles, so that will feed a light switch and lights and receptacle on this side, and then I'll have to run a new one from the panel box out this side, and this side's actually going to get at least 2 lights. One in the middle up where the lanterns are hanging here, somewhere right up there, and then I'm gonna run across and put one on that side, so it doesn't have a dark side, and that'll be plenty of light. And I'm going to put it on a light switch, but I'm going to leave that switch with a lot of slack hanging here, because I plan on closing this in, remember, and I'm going to mount it to that wall right inside the edge of the door. Also, I'm going to jump from that last light fixture and run a floodlight over there that we had talked about before on this outside edge here. So, and it may run more, I don't know. I've already got them. I just got to dig them out and get all that stuff done. But the important thing right now was to get that wire disconnected so I didn't cut into a live wire. I'd like to pull it up to try to save it, because wire is not cheap anymore. A few years ago, you could buy, you know, a 50-foot roll for, shoot, 20, 30 bucks, easy. Now, 60, 70 or more. So, anyway, I am making progress. I hope y'all are getting ready for what's coming. Every day, more and more of the quote-unquote experts are saying that we are headed toward a recession, and we all know we're already in one. So by the time they figure out we're in one, we're going to be in a depression, and I think it's going to make the 1920s recession, 30s, whatever it was, look like a cakewalk, because people today are much more dependent and spoiled on modern amenities than they were back then. They didn't have a lot back then. A lot of houses didn't even have electricity. So I think this country is going to struggle a lot more when it gets that bad. So I hope y'all are prepping. I appreciate y'all watching the videos. I am, you know, you got to please yourself once in a while. I am well pleased with finally getting the panel box in here. And you can see, zooming right there, it's that outdoor rated wire. So it's double coated basically. And then everything else is ran and stapled and into a receptacle there. And it goes over to this one, and then to this one, and then to that one, and then to that one. And then it runs through outside to the outdoor power. I did not put any down here because this is all food storage. And then this side, it comes from the panel box to a receptacle right here where the grinder and air compressor plugs in, and then it runs over to another one here that I hardly ever use. Let me see, yeah, right there. And then it runs to one here that, well, actually there, that I plug the heat and air into. Then it runs to another back here. As y'all can see the extension cord in there. If I turn the light on, maybe you can. Yep, that runs the freezer back here. And that wire runs all the way back around to the panel box. So it's 2 separate runs running to one breaker for the lights. There's 2 light fixtures up front, because this is where I used to have my reloading bench and all set up right here. And since it's just me at the house, I'm like, why am I going through all the trouble to go out into the building? And that's when I set it up into my room up there. But either way, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I hope I've inspired you in some way and help educate you if there's anything that you didn't already know that I've talked to you about. But guys, I appreciate y'all more than you know. Thank y'all for the subscriptions. Thank you to the ones that are sharing the channel. That's helping me grow. And y'all just don't know how much it means. remember the two things I always tell you. Jesus loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. And the lights go out. See y'all next time.